It's we are terrified of this. Think about it. When was the last time you just waited without a podcast, without music, without scrolling through a feed? There was a famous study where participants were left in a room alone with their thoughts for just 15 minutes. Their only other option was a button that would give them a mild, painful electric shock. The result? A shocking number of people chose the shock. They literally preferred physical pain over spending a few minutes alone with their own minds. For generations, we've been programmed to believe that boredom is a failure, an empty space. It's a void to be filled as quickly as possible. We treat it like a problem to be solved, a disease to be cured by the next notification, the next video, the next hit. But what if I told you that this entire time we've been desperately avoiding the one thing that could make us smarter, more focused, and wildly more creative? What if I told you that boredom isn't a void at all? What if it's your brain's most powerful, hidden, and misunderstood superpower? To understand why we fear boredom, you first have to understand this. Dopamine. Dopamine is often called the pleasure molecule, but that's not quite right. It's the motivation molecule. It's the chemical that tells your brain, hey, pay attention, this is important, do it again. And our modern world is a dopamine-generating machine. Every scroll, bing, be every like, bing, every new notification, bing. It's a tiny engineered reward. It's a quick, cheap, easy hit of dopamine. The problem is, your brain is an adaptation machine. When you constantly flood it with these high stimulation, instant rewards, your brain basically says, okay, this high level of stimulation builds a tolerance. The baseline goes up. This creates a dangerous condition that some researchers call popcorn brain. Your mind becomes so accustomed to rapid-fire, bite-sized information that it loses the ability to settle down. The result? That book you've been meaning to read, it suddenly feels boring. That important project that requires hours of deep focused work, it feels too hard. That quiet walk in nature, it feels pointless. It's not that those things are actually boring. It's that your brain's reward system has been hijacked. It's Chai-Li, Buddhist ties. It now requires a stronger and stronger hit just to feel normal. And in that state, the quiet, subtle, slow burn reward of just thinking stands no chance. We avoid boredom because chemically our brains have been trained to see it as a state of withdrawal. But this is where the paradox begins. It's by constantly running from boredom, we are running away from the very state our brain needs to activate its most profound abilities. It's for decades. Scientists believed that when you were doing nothing, your brain simply switched off. They were wrong. We now know that when you stop focusing on an external task, when you put down the phone, stop the podcast, and just let your mind wander, your brain doesn't go quiet. It activates a vast, powerful, and incredibly busy network called the DOS mode network, or DMN. You can think of it as your brain's internal architect. When you're focused on a task, like listening to me right now, you're using your task positive network. But when you get bored, the DMN takes over. And this network isn't quiet. It's arguably the most important network you have. It's responsible for 3 critical high-level functions. 1. Connecting memories. It sifts through your entire life's database of memories, experiences, and knowledge. 2. Imagining the future. It runs complex simulations of what might happen. This is your brain's planning and forecasting center. 3. Self-reflection. It's the part of the brain that defines you. It processes your emotions, your sense of self, and your place in the world. When you are bored, your brain is not off. It's finally getting the quiet it needs to do its most important work, thinking. And when you let this network do its job, it unlocks 3 superpowers. Where do aha moments come from? Those sudden flashes of insight that solve a problem you've been stuck on for weeks. They don't come when you're staring at a spell, forcing your brain to focus. They come in the shower. They come when you're driving. They come when you're well bored. This is the DOS mode network in action. Because it's not focused on one thing. It's free to wander. It takes that problem you've been stuck on and it connects it to a random memory from your childhood. It links it to an article you read last month. It smashes 2 completely unrelated ideas together to form something entirely new. Creativity is just connecting things. And the DMN is your brain's master connector, but it can't do its job if you're never bored. You're constantly interrupting the architect. So, here's how you practice harnessing this superpower. It's not about meditating for 20 minutes. It's simpler. Next time you have to do a simple manual task, washing the dishes, folding laundry, sweeping the floor, gardening, this is your creative thinking time. The temptation is to put on a podcast or music. Resist. These low stimuli activities are perfect for harnessing the DMN. They occupy your hands and your task network, just enough to let your default network rise to the surface and wander freely. This is the secret to having more ideas. Don't try to find them. Create the quiet space and let them find you. Superpower number 2. Resetting your focus. Remember that high dopamine threshold, that popcorn brain that makes real work feel impossible. Boredom is the antidote. It's the only antidote. When you voluntarily choose not to seek stimulation, you are performing a micro version of what's called a dopamine fast. You are teaching your brain that it's okay to exist without a constant stream of rewards. It's painful at first. That's the withdrawal. You'll feel restless, anxious, and desperate to check your phone. But if you hold on, something magical happens. Your brain's baseline begins to reset. By letting yourself be bored. You are resensitizing your dopamine system. You're lowering the bar for what counts as rewarding. And the result? When you return to that hard project, it suddenly feels interesting. That book you couldn't get into, it's suddenly engaging. You reset your focus, not by trying harder, but by embracing the quiet. You've restored your brain's natural ability to find pleasure in challenging, slow-burn activities. This is how you reclaim your attention span. Here, the practice. For this superpower. The practice. The waiting room test. Anytime you find yourself in a limbo state, waiting in line at the grocery store, waiting for a friend to arrive, waiting for a meeting to start, that's your training ground. This is the ultimate how-to for building focus. Resist the urge. Do not pull out the phone. Just wait, notice your surroundings, listen to the ambient sounds. It's let your mind go wherever it wants. It will feel like an itch you can't scratch. Good, that's the feeling of your brain healing. That's the feeling of your focus returning. Superpower number 3. Deeper problem solving and planning. Most of our lives are spent in reaction mode. We are reacting to emails, reacting to texts, reacting to the news. We are constantly putting out small fires. We rarely, if ever, get time to enter strategic mode, to zoom out, to think about the big picture. Am I on the right career path? How do I solve that complex issue with my team? What are my goals for the next 5 years? This kind of thinking, goal, autobiographical planning, for ease, one of the primary jobs of the Delta Mode network. When you are bored, your brain doesn't just connect random ideas. It tries to build a coherent story of your life, tries to solve your biggest, most complex personal problems. But it can't do that if it's being interrupted every 45 seconds by a cat video. By avoiding boredom, you are sacrificing strategic, long-term thinking for short-term, reactive stimulation. You're letting the urgent completely crowd out the important. This brings us to the final and perhaps most powerful practice. The practice, the no device walk. Once a week, schedule 20 minutes for a walk. The rules are simple. You go alone and you bring nothing, no phone, no music, no podcast. It's no dash thing. Just you, your legs, and your brain. Your DMN will go into overdrive. You will process conversations from the day. You will plan your weekend. You will suddenly understand why you've been feeling stressed. You will solve the problem that's been nagging you. This isn't an empty walk. This is the most important strategic meeting you will have all week. As we have to unlearn a lifetime of programming. Boredom is not a failure. Boredom is not empty. Boredom is a full state. A space that is full of connection, full of focus, and full of you. Not the absence of stimulation. It's the presence of a different kind of stimulation. The quiet, profound, essential hum of your own mind at work. I have one final tool for you. Get an idea capture notebook, a physical one. And as you do these practices, Choose you wash the dishes, wait in line, or go for your walk. These aha moments will come. Your job is to simply let them happen and then write them down. Your challenge is this: stop seeing boredom as a problem to be fixed. Start seeing it as a superpower to be harnessed. Embrace the pause. Let your mind wander. You'll be amazed at what it brings back.